Hello folks. Well, today I'm going to look at the Sky 700 digital video wireless recorder using 5 different cameras. The last camera has 25, 50, and 200 milliwatt video transmitter power settings, so I will test the range of each setting. So sit back and let's get to it. I know there are better DVRs and there's better cameras than these, but this is what I got, this is what I'm testing, and that's what this video is about. Well, I usually fly my FPV with these goggles, but I wanted to have something that recorded, and I decided to try the Sky Zone. I had an Eachine DVR monitor before, but it melted down sitting beside my battery charger when it blew up. So I wanted to get another one, and I saw a review on this one and I thought I'm going to get it. Okay, this is what it looks like inside. This is your power in. These diodes and resistors adjust the different voltages. Here we have a speaker up here, a flat cable for the screen. This is your video section here, and these are your outputs over here for audio, video out, etc. This is where your SD card goes. Right here is the these are the 2 receivers. We're going to fly the Blade 110 Torrent and Inductrance, and I'm going to try a couple different cameras here. The only thing that I don't really like about it is you have to select your channel. It's not automatic. But the picture is so clear and it records nice, and for under $100 it's pretty good. Now when I read the review, it said that there's no power switch. Okay, so what that means is when I turned it over, I was going to install a little switch, and I actually got this one, and it did come with the power switch. It's right here. So that turns it on and off. Now the thing about this is, it comes with a battery. In fact, it came with all this stuff. And the battery goes in this little compartment back here. This will take up to a 6S battery to run it, but reads low all the time. Well, as you can see, I was going to go ahead and try and plug this in, but it's got the wrong connector on it. And I bought this on eBay. The guy said it was brand new. I could tell you that the card, the SD card, had about 2 GB of Garmin stuff on it, which tells me that isn't the card it came with. I'm not sure about this charger either, because this does not match up to that battery, so I can't use that to charge. There's no way you can charge through the DVR itself, and this won't charge except with my regular charger. Well, it turned out this battery is actually bad and it wouldn't take a charge at all. So what I'm going to do is, I've got my 3S Florion here. I made it an adapter unit for it so I can plug it in. I'm going to put it right in here like this with a piece of Velcro. I'll put it up on my tripod so I can fly these things in here with it, and we'll see how that goes. It came also with a 4 gig card, which goes in the side so I can record with it, and that's the main thing. It came with these 2 whip antennas, rubber duckies. I'm going to take one of these off, and I'm going to put on one of these umbrella antennas. They call these clover leaves, and that's what's inside it right there. So you could either solder it on, but that's what's inside there. Okay, one of the things I was going to try is to plug it into the TV and play it back, because it came with this cord for the audio video out. Problem is, it's the wrong size jack for this, so that's not going to work. The eBay seller probably kept the correct ones for himself and substituted all the wrong stuff in this thing, figuring some amateur would not know. So let's go ahead and turn it on and see how it goes. By the way, this shield just popped right off just like this. So you can take this right off. There's your screen without that. Also, this is a covering for your screen. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. So what happens? First you get your Sky Zone screen, you get a little tone, and there's some snow. I don't have any cameras turned on, so as you can see there's no signal. So I'm going to go ahead and hit menu, and this shows you what's on the screen now. You've got your loop record, so up plus and minus down here on the bottom. This makes you go up or down the menu. We're going to go down. So loop record means it will record as much as you have on your SD card. When it gets to the end, it records back over it again. I have that shut off. I go to date stamp. I also have the date shut off on that. If I hit OK, you can see that I have it shut off right here. I could turn that on or off, but I don't want the date. That's distracting in the middle of your video. I mean, it's there if you want it. Okay, so then we go to the memory info. If I say OK on that, this tells me how much free space I have in my card right now, what I've used and what's free space. Okay, I don't have anything recorded on there. That shows that. Okay. Okay, if I wanted to go and format the card, I can format it here. I can set up the different languages that I want in here, as you can see. Okay. And let's go down. Now we've got the date and time. That's where you set your date and time. So I can actually set that. Let's see, it's 2015. Okay. Okay, so they've set the date and time. The beep, I have that turned off. I don't like the beep, so turn it on. And I'll show you why. On. Say OK. Here's the deep beep sound that you're going to get now. So I'm not crazy about that. TV standard, this is your PAL or NTSC. We're using NTSC here. And, okay, and then the battery type, your LCD brightness, the full screen, and the version. Okay, I'm going to grab one of the batteries here that I've got on my 6-cell charger. This thing charges between 200 and 600 milliamp 1-cell batteries at a time and plugs into the USB port. It's just amazing. And when each battery gets charged, the lights go out. This is my modified Inductrix with 3-bladed propellers instead of 4 that it comes with, and the stronger body than the stock ones. And we're going to go ahead and turn this on. And as you can see, we have a nice picture here now. I'm going to turn this on to record. We're now recording because of that red. And we'll go ahead and take this for a little spin around the room. There we go. Okay, I'm going to fly the Blade Torrent 110 right now. This is a little bit bigger. This has 150 milliwatt of output power, and for that reason, in order to legally fly it in North America, you have to have a HAMS technician license or higher. I do have that. Alright, let's go ahead and push the record button here. And we're now recording. Let's go ahead and take this around the room, see how it goes. Okay, in order to turn that on, you have to flip this switch, and on it goes. Okay, this is my return to launch pad rocket, and I've got a small camera on here, and I'm going to show you how this works. As you know, you fire it with the rocket, and then these unfold and bring it back down. They're folded down because of the resistance. Let me go ahead and turn on the recording and just give you an idea how this works. You've all seen it in my other videos, but here we go. 1, fire! Camera that I put in a waterproof case. You've probably seen me fly this. We're going to go ahead and turn this on. It's already recording up there, so you can see how this works. We'll plug this in. And there's our video. Give you an idea what it looks like. Everything is cool. So it's recording here now, and we'll show that on the video. This is camera number 5. I purchased it on Amazon for $18.99. It has 3 video transmission powers of 25, 50, and 200 milliwatt. That one for the longest range. But it requires a ham technician license or higher to legally use. So we're going to range test it. In the air and line of sight, it would have a greater range than this test where I turn and go out of line of sight, but it will give you an idea. Also, I like this DVR because it doesn't go to blue or black screens if you get interference or fly out of range. Okay, this is the 200 milliwatt setting. I'm going to drive down the street and see how far we can get. Got the camera in the back. Well, I think it did pretty good considering all the trees and houses in the way, and I actually lost signal when I ran out of road and turned the car around, and now the car was blocking the entire signal because it was inside the car facing the other direction. Let's try the 50 milliwatt setting. 50 milliwatt setting. Well, that range was quite a bit shorter than the 50 milliwatt setting. Let's go ahead and try the 25 milliwatt setting and see how that does. So from my test, it seems that the range is proportional, and of course the higher milliwatt output video has more range. I would say that the camera in the air and direct line of sight, you could add hundreds of more feet in all settings. Of course your test may vary. This tiny camera for just under 20 bucks is pretty impressive, as many of this type are. I'll be using it for other applications, especially in the high output settings. Well, I like the DVR. The DVR itself was new. The rest of the stuff wasn't, but I'm going to keep it and use it. So I hope some of this may give you insight on this type of equipment, and I appreciate your watching and subscribing. See you next time.